we got a little top five that is completely irrelevant to both of the movies, does not favor one over the other whatsoever. Pure coincidence. We're
Yes,
talking top five wrestling scenes
we are.
in any movie. I'm excited, or TV, because I cheated again. Because it wouldn't be an episode of the Jared Cast if I wasn't a
uh,
dirty little rat. And because I cheated, I'll let you kick things off with your number five.
okay, yeah. My number five is. I stretched the rules a little bit because this is a hard one. This
Uh-huh.
might be the hardest one that we've had to figure out. Uh,
Yeah.
not because some are hard to like eliminate ones, but this one was
Mm.
hard to just even find
You just think
candidates.
of five. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence
Um,
why I'm a dirty little cheater.
you're a little degenerate. Um,
Yep.
so my number five is an arm wrestling scene.
I knew
Because
you had one in there.
it's the arm wrestling scene in David Cronenberg's The Fly. I absolutely this movie is disgusting, and they're trying to be, and the whole movie, like, you're building to this incredible climactic sequence where the Brundlefly tries to attack our main character, but before that, you see this like really slow build up. Like, he's slowly starting to gain strength. He's slowly starting to lose empathy, and one of those key scenes is when he breaks a guy's arm open in a bar, just
Yeah.
just because he can. Because the flies actually have a lot of super strength. Apparently, I don't know. Um,
Got spindly little legs. I
but
don't know
yeah,
about the math on that one.
yeah, I see it coming a mile away, and I still wince because it's David Cronenberg. It's gross as heck.
Yeah, absolutely. My number five, we're kicking things off with the biggest of stretches in terms of what qualifies as a movie.
Okay.
um, and that's going to be season two, episode one of The Real Bros of Simi Valley. When Zan proposes to Molly at a amateur wrestling show. It's the least romantic thing in the world, and it makes me laugh the entire time, and I love it a lot, so I'm including it.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'd say that works. I'd say that works.
Yeah, it's still a wrestling scene. It's just barely a TV show.
True, true. The Real Bros of Simi Valley and what's that? Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith and the Jared Cast are the only things on Facebook Watch,
Yep.
pretty much. uh, my number four is a very beloved scene. It's actually it's one of the first ones that I thought of from The Princess Bride. It's when Wesley, who is at that point still the mysterious dread pirate Roberts, fighting Fezzik the Giant, Andre the Giant being a very famous wrestler at this point, and so it's really it's just really funny to see him getting choked out by the skinniest British dude. Uh, I really love it, and both actors are amazing in the movie, and it's just a charming movie, and it's one of the highlights of that movie as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that one slipped my mind, and I'm upset about it. Because this one was hard because, like, there's random wrestling scenes like that where it's, like, not at all a wrestling related movie.
right.
Um, and they just all went over my head. But nonetheless, my number four is also a TV show. I put them at the bottom at least.
Good.
Um, this one's a little racist. I'll be honest. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Well, Birds of War versus the Taliban in wrestling for the veterans.
What?
Yeah, Cricket dresses in brown face and is a heel that's called the Taliban. You get a great musical number.
Oh
You
man.
get D getting hit with a chair. You get surprise visit by Frank as the trash man. Uh, I think it's the same episode as the fight milk, and so it's just a great, hilarious, very offensive scene.
Yeah, man, I need to finish It's Always Sunny because I've seen like a handful of episodes, so I know like the
Yeah,
characters you're talking about.
yeah. Cricket, the former priest,
The former priest, yeah.
the best character arc in TV history.
That's great. The one that I saw with him was when they were hunting him.
Yeah. Dude, Cricket's the fucking best in that show.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, he plays the Taliban. The Taliban wins, and he's like shouting, and like he's doing some real racist, like oh no no no, and he's like fuck America, go Taliban. It's
Oh
insane.
no.
I don't know why it was allowed, but I'm glad it was because it's hilarious.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, number 4.
My my number 3 is not the is not nearly as racist, but it's also a wrestling match from the film Fighting with My Family. It's a biopic about the one of the WrestleMania divas, Paige, who comes from Britain, played by the super duper duper talented Florence Pugh. It's just a nice feel good movie, but I picked her specifically her WrestleMania debut. I think it's a really triumphant moment. It's a really nice moment. It's a good movie to watch just with your parents or with your siblings or just yeah. Highly recommend.
Yeah, that was one that came up a lot when I was trying to find any wrestling scene that I had seen, and I haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
But it looked good, and
hmm,
I like Florence, so I'm down for it.
yeah. Nick Frost is in it too.
Ooh, okay, I'm sold. I'll watch it tonight. Uh, my number 3 is a movie that we both love, and so I thought it'd be a crossover. May still be stealing one of your top 2. That's Nacho Libre. I'm
Yep.
doing the final fight with Ramsey. Yeah,
So
it's
good.
inspiring. It's hilarious. It's a great comeback. Everything about it is the best parts of that movie into one scene. And I love it. So it's my number 3. I won't say too much because I have a feeling we're going to hear more about it.
Yeah, it's my number 2. Everything about the like all the wrestling matches are really good in the fight. I really also almost put 2 fights, one being this one and the other being the whatchamacallit, the free for all fight where it's like 8 different fighters going up against each other. But one thing that I really love about the last fight is the build up to it, where he has the
Yeah,
he
he'll
has
psych himself up.
yeah, he has the prayer scene, which is nice. But then Ramses is getting his back massaged, and the guy's like just chanting at him. Ramses is number one. His eyes are number one. His lips are number one. He's like putting on chapstick and shit. It's great. Yeah, I love that scene as well.
Yeah,
And I agree. I
it's
think it's the best part about the movie.
great. I have a feeling if I had to predict, I think we have the same number 1, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see when we get there. But we're not there yet because my number 2 is one we'll talk about. So I'll just put that on the back burner. Not only did I use 2 TV shows, I used one of the movies we're going to be talking about today. So
Nice.
put a little pin in that one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My number 1 is this is also like only a wrestling scene by the furthest stretch of the term wrestling and whatever you think about that, because it's also an arm wrestling scene, but they don't even use a table. Of course, of course, I have to do the the scene between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers in Predator.
That was not what I thought it was going to be. There. All right. I see you.
These two manly men of the 80s, both well known for being absolutely shredded and super buff and sweaty and greasy throughout their careers, meet on screen, and they clasp hands in the most manly shot of all time, with two insanely buff arms coming together, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger, just to show him up, decides to arm wrestle him in midair, and it's and it's absolutely beautiful. It's about friendship. It's about masculinity. It's everything that I love about
Well,
about everything that I love about cinema is in that scene. Yeah.
yeah. Insane that he held office. Have you seen the clip of him in, like, a bodybuilding documentary where he talks about coming for, like, 5 minutes? It's,
No,
it's interesting.
I don't think I want to.
Yeah, yeah, because he compares the feeling of bodybuilding to that feeling.